Okay, I think this works. I'm just gonna hope it works. Now, is it actually showing the video game? Good, okay, it's showing the video game. That looked so dumb. I already know that just looked horrendously stupid, but whatever. Hello, everybody! So, in case you missed the last stream, the first thing I did was, so I started streaming this level about a week and a half ago. Took some time to edit the first video. What I did is I got 53 to 100, which is Vlacc to the end. Started playing from 0, got 47, twice actually. Went back to the copyable. Somehow did 42 to 100, which adds Sammy to the Vlacc to 100 run as well. And then got 53, and my death was so strange that even TC couldn't explain why I died. So, you know, if the dude that spent over 35,000 attempts on Cybernetic Crescent on mobile can't figure out why I died, then who can? So, today's goal, and really the goal for the next few streams, is just to get 31 to 100, and either, like, really deep into Devin's part, or past it from 0. So, I'm doing 31 to 100 first, just because that seems like the easier goal to work towards. Now, I've already played this a bit today. I got 31 to 68, which is like I believe my third attempt to the second half of Devin from Nazgub. So, yeah, hopefully I do not have to go through too many deaths between 71 and the end screen while going through this run, but, you know, who knows? Especially with Serpunch, like, that part is really, really difficult with nerves. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying this level so far. This level's so much fun. Like, granted, there are some parts, and by some parts, I mean Vlacc, that are not the best, but the rest of it is so much fun and so high energy that it's kind of impossible to really be mad at it. So hopefully that holds. For some reason, ship feels like really light today, and I don't know why. Except for that moment, I guess. But, like, mini ship feels way lighter than it usually does, and normal ship feels a little bit heavier than it usually does. At the very least for Nazgub, and I have no clue why. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a little bit, I think. Actually, I think it would be better if I did Viper into 100 first and then did Nazgub to 100 later. Just because Nazgub is really giving me trouble today, and I did 36 to 95 on camera, so. The only downside is that I have to pay attention a lot earlier in the attempt. Yeah, and that orb is probably going to cause a lot of trouble later on, but whatever. So as the description says, I got a new chair, and it is awesome, because, as I mentioned in the editing of the Cybernetic Crescent, the first Cybernetic video, my chair broke. Like, I leaned back a little bit too far, and then heard a snap, and almost felt really thrown back, and it was at a 135-degree angle. Like, it was really bad. So, Yeah, went to Staples last week, last Thursday, and bought a new chair, and yeah, it is awesome. And I can't tell, I feel like it's helped a little bit with GD, but I can't tell. And granted, I've had this chair for, I only was able to set it up, we were only able to set it up on Sunday. So I've only had this for 2 days, as opposed to 2+ years with that old office chair, so who knows. Ah, that was close. That was really close, actually. Like, that's Viper, Sammy, Vlacc, and most of Devon. So that's really good. I'm glad I decided to focus on this first. Ugh. Okay, EJG site. I'm bad directly after Sakupin Circle 76. Like, yes, maybe in the context of Sakupin Circles, that is bad. But also keep in mind, how many people do you think are good enough to even get 76 on Sakupin Circles in the first place? So, like, but yeah, that is genuinely unfortunate. How do you even, is that like that's after the double clicks, right? That's like the wave spam after the dual wave, I think. I don't know Sakupin Circles all that well, but that seems about right. Also, Frenetic Wave, Generic Wave. Yeah, Generic Wave I don't understand at all. Like, Sonic Wave was already bad enough. So, like, but at least I could kind of see how you could get enjoyment out of some parts of it. Like, the last wave is actually okay. Why did you have to change it, like, and make it so much worse? Alright, bro. 36 to 100. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Oh my god, I was so close to death. I felt like I was so close to death in, like, the entrance to that dual wave. Alright, but hell yeah, 36 to 100. While we were talking about Frenetic Wave. YouTube Studio. Hi, Torn Van Laren. I just got 36 to 100 on Cybernetic Crescent. Live. 100 times 3. 36 to 100. Isn't this a new hardest? It is a second hardest according to the ARDL, which I do agree with. The thing I don't agree with is how far away it is from PPF on the ARDL. Right now it's like 40. I think it's 47 spots. It should be much closer to like 20 or 30. All right. What do I do now? Well, I know what I need to do now. I need to edit my sheets. Doge's Extreme Demons. 36 to 100. Alright, time for the return. He has returned.
Did you say he has risen, bro?
No, I said returned.
Oh, okay. I was like, not Easter, buddy.
Well, not anymore, at least.
Bro.
You should jump to Sinister Silence after Bloodlust. Isn't that level like 9 million years long? Let me look this up. I know it's a Cybernetic Crescent stream, and I'm doing everything except playing Cybernetic Crescent, but...
Oh.
Sinister Silence, that's a main list. That is... EJG Psych, that is a main list. And it's 9 minutes long, okay.
Cakewalk.
Yeah, so... I guess now the best thing for me to do is 31 to 100. Which you would think would be, like, a lot easier, but for some reason NASCO is, like, impossible.
I'm saying. I've been saying that this whole time. Oh, I'm still in the School of Music, by the way, so if you start hearing trumpet, I'm sorry.
No worries.
That's not me.
Yes, but we need you to beat a list, dude. I will get there when I get there, and also, again. But, like, please... I understand that you don't mean any harm, but please stop pressuring me to try to be a list demon. I will get to it when I get to it.
We're just playing. You just saying stuff.
Yeah. Although to be fair, like this person also has 76 and 37 to 100 on Sakupin circles, so.
Ugh.
Nice reaction. Is that just what people? Is that just the standard reaction that people have when they hear the name Sakupin circles?
Oh, bro, cut out. I must be in a. You cut out.
Yeah.
My fault.
No worries.
I'm low key walking.
You're walking. You're actually getting exercise, unlike me, who's playing Geometry Dash.
Oh, I love walking. Yeah, I'm a big walking fan personally. It's nice. It's a nice activity. Yeah, I wrapped up here for the day, so I'm walking to my car.
And then we're gonna get to see the road rage side of TC.
I'm actually a pretty chill person on the road, honestly.
Yeah, I figured as much. You're generally very chill. I was just riffing off of something Alex said in the last stream.
You're like inconsolable.
I still can't believe that stream. First of all, it was just like 40 minutes. Eventually turned into 40 minutes of you going back and forth. I can't believe that. First of all, and second of all, that it made for as good content as it did.
That was 40 minutes. That did not feel like 40 minutes. It felt like 15.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
a while.
It flies when you're having fun.
Exactly.
You stopping? All right, cool. I'm actively crossing the road.
All right, I'm at Devon. Never mind.
Okay.
Doge, do you have a car? I do not yet have a car. I don't have my license yet because just haven't felt ready to get one, I guess.
For real?
Yeah.
That's chill. All right. Is like New Hampshire low-key like walkable? It's like.
Yes, but also no. Like I'm sure, and I live in a pretty I guess remote area of the town I live in, so it's not very walkable, but I'm sure in the more like closer to the residential areas, which I guess it's a short walk there too, but
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, generally most things are able to be gone to within like 15 minutes of driving, which is nice, except for the fact that I can't drive.
Yeah, I was about to say, so you just get driven around by your parents or something?
Yeah, my mom takes me to and from school every day.
Gotcha.
Which, you know, I'm not complaining. It means I get to spend more time with my mom.
Oh, that's nice. And no gas money, bro. You know how expensive gas is right now?
Yeah, every time I start getting FOMO about, like, not being able to drive when all my friends are able to drive, I just think about how much money I'm not spending on gas.
Yeah, it's because this silly little orange man is playing Risk in real life right now. Has yet to realize that this is not a board game, and so now my gas is expensive and people are exploding, so there we go. Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now, bro?
That's an after stream topic, I think.
No, I'm kidding. Do you not know that meme? The kid, it's like Will Smith's kid who said that.
I did not actually.
No, that's like that's an internet classic. That one's been around for a while. He's like acting like he's all better than everybody, like making like dumb noises and stuff. And be like, yeah, like my generation's so stupid. Can we just talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? It's like, bro, you like bet you're fun at parties, dude. Crazy work.
Although I think that assumes that he even gets invited to them in the first place.
Right. I don't know. I don't really know if like parties exist in the way that. No, that's a lie. Yes, I do. I just don't go to the like frat parties and stuff because that's like cop call simulator, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen like footage of like my roommate freshman year going to some of these things, and I'm like, dude.
How do you
like,
enjoy yourself?
Somebody. Yeah, you better hope an employer doesn't see like 5 seconds of footage.
Yeah. Then you're just turbo cooked.
Oh yeah. Good way of putting it. Yeah. The parties I go to are really just like 15 people get-togethers at someone's house, and we all just sit around a bonfire and make s'mores. And you know, if people feel like, you know, participating in libations, they're welcome to do so. I personally do not.
Yeah,
it's not my thing.
And it's also probably, if I had to guess, it's probably mostly music people. So
it's basically exclusively music people.
Yeah.
So they're generally much more chill. So it's a good deal. Those are always fun. Not overstimulating, loud.
Oh yeah.
Etc. You know, it's a fun hangout.
Yeah. Too scared about it right now. By 2027, I will. Yes, the world will soon get EJG psyched to learning how to drive.
Okay, so should I go home?
Where's the other option or other options?
I was thinking about walking around, but the thing is, it's kind of windy out, and if I'm going to be on call, you're probably going to hear a lot of it.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, so it's probably not the best idea. I was going to take a walk, though, before you said to join stream. I'm thinking, this is like the second windiest city in the United States or something like that. No, it's not. That one's up north, but we're close to that one, so it's the same thing, basically. It's flat, so the wind just has its way down here, or up here, depending on... It's up here compared to Dallas. It's down here compared to everybody else. It's not in Dallas.
I think it's Chicago that's the windy city, so you know...
Yes, correct. That's number one. And then Amarillo, Texas, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of me right now, that's number 2.
Yeah, so Alex is probably getting the brunt of the wind.
Yeah, he's taking it, and I'm getting the excess. You know, maybe saying Alex is taking it was not the best idea, but anyways. You know, have fun editing that out of the footage. Sorry.
I had to edit most of that, conversation out of the last video.
That could not have been that bad, bro. Okay, hold on. I need to transfer to my car really quick.
I bet.
Welcome to the car, bro.
Yes, it's the exact same as outside, except there's no wind noises.
Yeah, basically. Does it sound quieter?
A little bit. You're a little bit more muffled, but it's not... I'd take that over wind.
Okay, I put myself on speaker, so hopefully that helps.
Okay, yeah, that helped a lot.
Okay, cool. I figured it would. This is why I go through with, you know, calling anybody in my car ever. The speakers just garbage. I don't really know why. It's kind of an old car. It's not actually old. It feels old to me because it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the modern day. But
Yeah.
Job done for sure.
At least it's not a Cybertruck.
Oh my gosh, dude! There's actually some professor here that owns one because there's always one parked in the staffing parking lot outside of the student union building, and I'm like, that's got to be like in Texas. That's got to be the most impractical like vehicle to own in West Texas. Like, there is not like Lubbock does not have like widespread charging infrastructure at all. Like the people here are like, this is oil and gas industry central.
Yeah.
We're next to the Permian Basin. Like nobody here is like concerned about, you know, conservation that way. That should they? That's a separate question. But there must be like 2 Teslas in this entire town because it's just so practical to have one.
Not to mention all of the videos of Cybertrucks exploding.
Oh yeah, I mean they're just awful vehicles.
Like how do you ram into a fire hydrant, which contains a lot of water, which is essential to putting out fires? How do you do that and then catch on fire?
You literally run headfirst into a fire retardant and then catch on fire.
Yeah, that's just
beautiful.
Nature is beautiful.
You know, maybe there is a God. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, and he and whoever it is created Cybertrucks as the laughing stock of.
Yeah. Or maybe there's just a big monkey with a control panel and it's just jumping over it. And we're just trying to make sense of all of it for eons. And you've got religions and politics and political science. And meanwhile, the ape.
Yeah, I like that theory better.
I think it's a great theory. I think there's a lot of truth to that, actually. All right.
Now, are you driving to your place?
Yeah, my apartment.
Or Caitlin's?
Yeah. No. She's like busy for the day. She's got well, she's an oboe player, so she's got reed making class right now, which is a thing they do, by the way. As a brass player, I cannot comprehend that because I have a mouthpiece, and it's been the same mouthpiece I've had since like my junior year in high school, and those don't go out of. Like there's not a service life on a mouthpiece unless you like dip it in acid or something, I guess. But the reeds like, they have to make new ones like every like 2 weeks, and you have to learn how to make it because it's like super expensive and like less accurate to like what your specific like embouchure needs.
Yeah.
If you like outsource it, so you're really only supposed to do that as a beginner. So that's like a huge hurdle. To like, because you go from like learning your instrument normally for like 7 years, and then you go to college and you have to like start making a part of your instrument every day and just hoping like you made it well and that the RNG of the weather doesn't mess it up.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of crazy because they respond to like the different moisture and stuff like really sensitively. And I don't know, it's just kind of wild. Like I already don't like playing my instrument. Like my face feels different every day. I can't imagine my face and the part of the instrument actually connected to my face both being a variable.
Yeah, that's why I feel that's another reason why I chose voice is because.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Oh, speaking of which, today I discovered that something that my voice I had no idea it could do.
Uh-huh.
So.
What's that?
Part of being a music major at UNH is taking voice lessons. So I have one every week,
right.
Like every Tuesday. That's like the last thing I do. And
right.
Sometimes during warm-ups, my voice teacher will like push me to go above or below my normal range. So we're going through the warm-ups and all that, and she's like, "Hey, try out this technique that some people used in the studio class today." And see if that helps you. So it did that. So we did that. So my highest note that I can hit like consistently is an A4. On good days I can hit a B4, but mostly it's an A4. So we tried that. It worked perfectly fine for the A4. We tried it with the B4. It worked perfectly fine with that. And then we tried going to C5, which is like an entire new octave. And
right, yeah.
Miraculously, using the technique, I was actually able to hit the note. So, that's pretty cool. I don't know how sustainable it is, especially considering I had to do a little bit of warm-ups to get there first. But it's nice to know that I can, like, pull that out if I really need to. So yeah, there's my coal egg story for the stream. I passed Evan. I just did 31 to 100.
Let's go, dude. That's so
What?
awesome. There you go, bro.
All right.
That's like the whole hard part of the level, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally all the difficulty.
You know, you could low-key beat it, like, soon, if you wanted to.
Yeah, we shall see.
I'm not trying to pressure. That's not my point.
No, I
I'm
know.
just saying. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure I could too. I'll do my best. I don't know how college may very well get in the way.
Yeah.
Especially.
Are you gonna play for Zero any today, or are you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
call
yeah.
that good?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've only been streaming for like 30 minutes. Let me make sure everything is still
Okay.
working fine on the audio side.
That's not bad at all.
I just did 31 to 100. Yeah, so I did that. I honestly expected to be like at the end of stream 3. But yeah, I guess I did that in less than half an hour to stream 2.
It's so fire.
Everything is all good, sir. Thank you, Alex. What is that flag in response to?
I don't know. It's like my favorite reaction, like, thing. Because it's just like, what? I don't know.
Yeah. Alright, zero time.
Hey, you know, I'm getting paid $70 tomorrow to go sit in an MRI or something. I'm like a part of some research thing. It's pretty great.
Oh, okay, so I was like, hang on, you're getting paid for that? Why did I not know about this?
Yeah, no, it's not because I'm like messed up or something. As far as I'm concerned, you know, low key, I think I probably have like a dozen medical issues that have just been completely unaddressed because I don't want to pay
Yeah.
to get them addressed because it's like way too expensive to do that in this economy.
Yeah, welcome
But
to
like,
America.
I've low key, okay, since after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in 2023 when we were flying home from doing that because I was in that for my college marching band.
Hell yeah.
I was chewing gum on the plane flight home. I promise this will make sense. And like my jaw kind of clicked in a funny way. And since that day,
I met Sammy.
it has done that.
Never mind.
Ah, shoot, bro.
43 first attempt at the stream. First zero attempt at least. But yeah,
Hey, bro,
continue.
we might be locking in today, bro. I don't know. I don't want, once again, like, no pressure. You got all the time in the world if you want it.
Yeah, believe me, I don't feel any pressure.
Yeah, okay, good. You shouldn't.
I think that's part of what made artificial and digital such nightmare experiences, is because I was trying to get them done like by a certain time frame, and when things came up that made it difficult for me, like mentally difficult for me to stream, I missed the time frame, and that just made it even worse. So you know,
Right.
I'm just taking it easy
Yeah,
with
there's-
Cybernetic.
Yeah, there's no time frame with this, right? You're just kind of playing for fun,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, that's the right place to be. That's the only reason you really should play a game. It's a video game.
yeah, and like,
Name's in the word.
and like I already know Bloodlust is going to take me absolutely ages. So
Dude, I don't even know if that's true. Now, I think that's a good place to be at mentally because you don't want to set the bar, you know, in a healthy place, which I think is really smart. But I mean, I don't know. What you consider a lot of attempts and what I consider a lot of attempts is very different because, you know, that's how playing on mobile, I guess, works or something.
Yeah, and also for some reason I just barely fluke it, please. I'm trying EJG psych. But yeah, for some reason that's just how I work. Like I don't take any attempts at all. Like even like yes, this is a bad example because the level's really first half heavy, but Lumina, I got 27 to 100 on that thing in like 2K attempts. So
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I really wish I could have stuck through with that, but like it was getting close to rivaling Dora Dora, and you remember how bad that treated me.
Yeah, I do. That was like TYM equivalent of grief, bro.
Yeah, perfect way to put it.
Yeah, that was a brutal stretch there.
Yeah, no idea how I pushed through, especially on mobile.
No, it's so fire though. Yeah, I forgot you did that on mobile. Ugh.
Yeah,
that's so awful.
Yeah, I also did Incipient on mobile, and beat that like.
Yeah.
I beat that less than a day after, like literally less than 24 hours after Dora Dora. I beat Dora Dora at like 1:15 p.m. I think on June 24th, and then I beat Incipient at like noon on June 25th.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was crazy. Was Dora wasn't your first extreme, was it? Or was it?
It was.
It was? Dang, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm such a chud. I did Acu.
Yeah.
I'm so basic.
In hindsight, I really should have just jumped ship to Incipient. Unknown took me Unknown took me 105k. That's a lot of attempts. All right. Well, to be fair, it's unknown. 2/3 of those attempts were probably to the first jump.
Right.
And yeah, Alex, I know you drop anything that takes you over 5k.
That is that's very true.
Believe me, like your habit of dropping levels when you get to 36 exactly, that was a joke in the maybe possibly thing video.
You know, I think I win the slamming head into a brick wall award for the chat because I may not beat a whole lot, but I have a lot of attempts.
Yeah,
it's probably that's like flexing, like reading
35K.
slow. But...
You had like 35k on this.
Dude, I definitely had like way more than that towards the end.
Yeah,
like,
that was just like that was just I think the last estimate you gave was 35k.
Yeah, that was a while ago. It definitely ended up being closer to like 60,000, which
Sammy,
isn't like a ton.
47. Ah.
Okay.
I'm so surprised I died to that. It's not like that's the worst click in Sammy or anything.
Dude, that's so weird because I've seen the way you die to it, and I guess it's just like different on mobile because that's not the part that kills me. It's hitting the ceiling. It's not the black orbs.
Yeah. The only
that makes sense?
Yeah. The only level I've ever beat that took me over 5k was Hypersonic since I was straight butt at the game. Well, I don't know about past tense. But
Bruh.
yeah. I had like never. So the funny thing is when I beat 1929 as my first Insane Demon, my attempt record on anything was crazy, and that was 3,055. Actually, I think Deadlock had slightly more. I think Deadlock had maybe 4k, but you get the point. And 1929 blew it out of the water. They had like 5.7k. Then I went to Crazy 3, which I know just hearing that name.
Yeah,
I'm some traumatic memories.
I'm about to hang up. I'm about to head out.
But like, the level that shall not be named, let's just call it, that took me less than 2k because it's like the difficulty comes in the fact that it's really, really long.
Just shut up. Just stop talking. It's too painful.
Yeah. And then 1945 humbled me supremely. That took 9.3k. And then Dora Dora was like slightly more than that. It was like 9.5k. And then Black Blizzard was 25.4k.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, and then somehow all of my artists since then have gone on a downward trend of attempts. Like Sunset Sandstorm only took like 12.4k, EXO was 9.7k, PPF was 7.1k, which is still, to this day, I think the most impressive thing I've ever done in this game. Like, beating PPF as a jump from EXO in 7,000 attempts. Like,
that is pretty crazy.
That was a generational lock-in from me.
Okay, so what are we at ish on CC right now? I'm curious.
I think about like, so I was at 6,000 and 6,059 when I uploaded the first progress report. If I had to guess, so I uploaded that on Sunday. If I had to guess, I played it for about another 250 attempts. So I'm at about 6,300 right now.
Okay, that's really not bad. That's crazy. It's like, I think the only level that has actually ever like properly defeated me was Crazy 3, because I had like 22 to 100 and 83 or something like that. But it was just so awful to play from zero. And there's a few bugs that I kept running into. Like at like 53 or something, there was some weird slope bug with this robot where if you hit this one block a certain way, it kind of like made you bounce a tad,
Yeah.
like you were hitting a slope. And it was just an insta-death. And I couldn't ever figure out like what was causing it. And so it's just like halfway through the level, there was this like you might die moment.
Yeah.
And so I would either die there or I wouldn't die there, and my nerves would spike instantly.
Yeah.
So like, this is my chance.
That's like the worst thing about levels. That was the worst thing about Digital Descent for me, is that, well, I'm not even gonna say that, because for some reason nerves were never a problem on digital. Like not once, not even when I was at Rustum from zero.
Oh, that's crazy.
I am so lucky. I got off so easy with that level. I died past Carmel twice, and the second one was a deliberate throw because I realized oh wait, I'm not recording.
Oh.
Yeah, luckily I beat it 20 minutes later, so
Hey.
no harm, no foul.
There you go. I don't know, man. I get very nervous. Like I get way like the moment I start to get far, my mind like actively tries to like wander somewhere else.
No, yeah, I
A lot of
completely
it.
understand.
I feel like that's a normal issue. I'm not claiming that to be some sort of unique
No, yeah,
circumstance. But... Okay, I'm probably gonna head up really quick. I'm not getting off a call. I'm just gonna walk up to my phone.
Yeah, you're leaving your car.
Yeah, I've been sitting here for a while now. Okay, 1 second. All right,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Go.
Okay, maybe EXO to PPF wasn't necessarily a jump, but like that's still, at least for me, that was a big step in difficulty.
Is that not a jump?
I mean, it was for me. I guess.
Yeah, maybe I don't know my list demon.
Your mileage may
Placement.
vary, I guess. But like EXO was like 265 when I beat PPF, and PPF was like 203. Like in that range.
That's solid.
Yeah, in that range, I would consider that a jump. Now EXO is 349.
Wow. Time flies.
I think PPF
Looks
is.
like-
I think PPF is lower now than EXO was when I beat PPF, which is insane.
Okay, so where's PPF and where's Bloodlust? Right.
PPF is 268. Bloodlust, I believe, is about 210.
Okay, man, it's fallen that far already.
Yeah.
I thought it got bumped off the extended like not that long ago.
It was whenever Instinct was placed, I think.
Okay.
Because I know that also knocked Zodiac off the main list.
Right. And dude, that was so like dramatic. Like, was it Zodiac and Bloodlust?
Yeah,
One
that
day?
is that.
One placement? Crazy.
That is aura. Like that is as much aura as a list change can have, I think.
Maybe there is God Part 2, bro. God is Rob Top, bro. Sure looks like a Greek god. That guy's buff as hell.
I mean, you're not wrong. And yes, I will be putting that in the video, so my viewers will be hearing you compare Rob Top to Zeus.
Oh, you know, that's fine. That's just good content.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it smells funny in here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. The kitchen has just smelled chronically foul for the last like 3 days.
Chronically foul. Now,
It does.
has it ever done that before, and like, what did you do to make it not smell atrocious?
That's a good question. I think it usually has to do with the fact that we like need to like let the garbage disposal like run for a second,
Oh.
or like it could be the sink, but Sometimes it's just the trash, but we've taken out the trash like pretty regularly, and it's sticking around. So
I can't imagine like having a garbage disposal. Like I can't imagine having a thing where you just toss garbage into, and then all of a sudden garbage is no longer there.
Well, I mean, you're only supposed to put food in there.
Oh yeah, fair.
You know, so it
like,
can't be anything like solid. Like you can't put like popcorn seeds or anything down the drain, or you'll mess it up. Stuff like that.
Should I beat a new hardest
Yeah,
when
it's
back
nice.
in Chicago? If so, what are your suggestions? So your hardest is hypersonic, I believe.
Is that an extreme? That's an extreme, right?
Yeah. It
Okay.
I don't know why it flip-flopped between insane and extreme so regularly at like the beginning of 2.1.
So is it like about as hard as Acu, basically?
More or less. I think they're like less than 50 spots apart, which considering how many easy extremes there are, that is quite something.
Okay. So I guess hypersonic's a little higher.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That's what I would have guessed too. Hold on, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright, maybe leave your phone or whatever you're using somewhere other than the bathroom.
I'm mooting. I'm not coming in with the headphones. Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay. So as for new hardest suggestion, well, outside of the obvious Cataclysm, because come on, you knew I was gonna say that. Unironically, maybe possibly Thing, like that level is a ton of fun.
I'm back.
Alright, cool, I'm almost at Sammy.
All right.
$55, new best.
Oh wait, how far?
55. So I made it to
55.
It's the stupid orb in
Nice.
Vlacc.
Oh yeah. Oh, believe me, I know. I just didn't hear the percent the first time. 55.
You know what? That's
Good
probably.
job.
At least I actually made it to Vlacc this time.
Yeah. Okay. I've been studying your death there. I was there like a green orb that you clicked? Because it does the like little green blink, like you hit a green orb, and I'm like, I didn't even know there was a green orb there.
I think so. That's my only explanation. But like,
Did you click there?
Apparently, but like, if even you can't figure it out, that's a sign.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I will also say I'm not like as much as I know about the level. I have no idea how it behaves on a PC, so that's kind of it's a whole other ball game right there, you know.
Yeah.
I'm very intimately familiar with how it functions on mobile. Like this, you know, it's funny is I think it actually makes it a lot harder overall. But there's a few things I think it makes a little bit easier because there's only so many frames
Yeah.
in which to input. So like I think there's some deaths you kind of can't get on mobile. Like you can buffer a lot of stuff on mobile you can't on a PC.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like I know you can buffer the last click, not the last click, the double dash orb in Terran. The first one you can buffer that one, and then you can also buffer the black orb in Sammy coming out of that slope jump.
Which obviously.
Which is
you
why I
can't
never die there.
see.
Right, so you actually have to time it, which makes it hard. Yeah, you can buffer both. So I just kind of do this weird holding.
Hey, you mentioned you were studying my deaths. How about take a look at this one that I just got?
Oh shoot! Well, hold on, I'm not on stream. What happened?
I died to a slope bug.
Oh, where?
Like at the end,
Huh?
like in the last inputs of Galva.
Last inputs of Galvan. That's bizarre.
And like the funny thing is that was easily recoverable. I just didn't because reason mystery. I don't know.
Where should I find it? Cause
I was on the desk screen for like 30 seconds, so it should be.
hold on. Where are you? You're streaming on YouTube, right?
Yeah. So if you rewind like 30 seconds, you should see the death.
Okay, I need to rewind. I'm looking. Oh, hey, who am I? Oh, what the heck? What is that? You like did a little, like a little shimmy. Well, that's weird.
Slope
That's
bugs,
kind of what
I
happened to
guess.
me on, that was a Crazy 3 thing, basically.
Yeah, is that what you had to deal with?
Yeah, did that with this one robot jump, like halfway through. It was awful. It would kind of bounce you a little bit.
Except there was probably fairly common. This is literally the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, that was definitely recoverable, but the robot one, it just kind of launched you into a spike.
Yeah.
Oh, not launch. Launch is a very generous term, but there was not a whole lot of room on the platform to begin with, so it was still a death knell. But
I'm glad I beat Crazy 3 in 2.1. And
someday.
also, like, apparently, like, the progress bar is mega super ultra bugged now, so...
Oh, really? How so?
I don't know, but I watched Curious's completion of it, and he hit the end wall at, like, 77.
Curious beat Crazy 3?
Yeah, it was his hardest for a while.
Oh, I'm so shocked.
It was,
Wait, what's his hardest now?
This City Lit.
What is that?
It's an extreme. So, yes, Curious has actually beaten an extreme demon.
When I'm in a competition playing obscure extremes, my opponent is Curious GZ, apparently. I've never heard of that, bro.
Yeah, it's...
The City Lit?
Yeah. It's a... Apparently...
Wait, why wouldn't you...
Apparently, it, like, uses a Terraria song, which is part of the reason I recorded in the first place.
That's actually a lot of fun. Terraria music is great. I'm sure it's like Calamity mod music, but that stuff is so gas, bro.
Yeah.
I love Calamity music.
Yeah, I could tell. Our first attempt at a collab was using that.
Yeah, the Fly Beelzebub
Yeah,
song, bro. That shit
and
was
it-
so gas.
And it just died because I had no idea what to do with it. And also,
Oh, dude, it's in that mixed meter, dude. I love... Not mixed meter. That's not what that means. It's asymmetrical. It's 5/4. Dude, it was so fun to build to.
yeah. And also, neither of us had beaten an extreme at that point, I don't think. It's like, that was in, like, late 2021. And you beat Aku, like, a couple months before I beat Doradura.
Yeah. Dude, we gotta resurrect unnerfed Torquatha, bro.
Yeah. although with some major gameplay fixes.
What's bugged on it?
It's not that it's bugged, it's just not to the standards that, at the very least, I create now. Because, like, if you've seen the previews that I've sent you for Aphrodite, I think I've improved at least a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
also, like, the difference in difficulty is just so astronomical, it's kind of unfair to compare.
Yeah, and
You know?
that's the other thing, is that Aphrodite is so extremely, unbelievably, unimaginably difficult. Like, that's probably, realistically, that's probably going to be my final hardest.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, my goal is to get it to around Kinos difficulty, which apparently, according to people that have experience with, like, levels like Verdant Landscape and Oblivion, apparently it's closer to that, so...
Whoa, that's crazy.
But yeah, I was really drawn to, like, the idea of having a final hardest that's also my own creation. So...
That's really cool. I like that idea. I honestly think it's so much easier when you made something. I mean, I feel like that's pretty obvious, but...
Torquatha was really fun, but Doja's part sucked. Yeah, I agree, Alex.
Aw, that's not true. It's just, like, very different difficulty-wise. I mean, like, very different. I mean, it was like playing Deception Dive, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Or playing this, or Digital Descent.
Yeah, I would say it's more in the digital Deception Dive zone than it is in the CC.
Yeah.
I tried to buff your part, but as usual, when you try to buff easy gameplay, it's just miserable.
Yeah, see
So-
Devil Vortex.
Yes, exactly. So.
Honestly, like, I think one of the most unbelievable parts is that, so Devil Vortex, I think as it stands right now, it's like between Erebus and Yatagarasu on the AREDL. So, like, but back then it might have been considered easier than Erebus, but, like, it was still top 4. And, like, that was around the time where, like, I think Sonics took, like, over 20,000 on Sonic Wave, Trusted took over 20k on Yata, and Bold Step took quite a while on Erebus. Do you want to know how many attempts Tosh Deluxe took on Devil Vortex, which at the time was, like, a top 5? 6,000.
Okay. Well, he hacked it, right? Like,
Yeah,
almost guaranteed?
Yeah, like, obviously he hacked it. Like, even if he technically didn't hack it or whatever, beating a top 4 in 6,000 attempts, like, yeah, sorry, I don't believe that for a second. Especially,
it's kind of funny that was the standard back then.
Yeah, especially considering he had similar attempt counts on a bunch of levels that were way easier than Devil Vortex.
That guy was interesting.
Yeah, and he still hasn't owned up to it.
No, he's the king of. He's the day one guy, bro.
Yeah. Sammy. 47.
Rip.
He used to semi-auto. Yeah, maybe he didn't technically hack it, but he also didn't beat it legitimately.
Yeah.
And like he could have made the extra objects. He could have made those like blend into the gameplay perfectly fine. But no, saws.
That's so funny. I love that meme, bro.
Yeah, Devil Vortex. Devil Vortex saws are like the one Geometry Dash meme that will never die, I feel. Because like even like back on track jokes I don't see get used all that often anymore.
Right. I love that. This community, something that's really unique about it in terms of like other ones I've been in for other games and hobbies and stuff, it keeps very well recorded history.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a very storied community. This guy beat this then, this guy, this is this era with these levels. Like I like it. It's like well documented. It's very fun to like learn about for your first time, or like if you leave for a while, it's very fun to like catch back up on.
Never mind.
So
well, I'm making it to Sammy with decent consistency. I don't know if I would say I'm making it there consistently, but it's not like once in a moon.
I cannot fathom making it to Sammy a lot and dying there, but making it to Nazgub and Viper and just passing it. Like, cause Sammy's like, that's once I'm there, I feel like I'm pretty, like I have a shot. You know?
Yeah.
Except for Vlacc.
I think it's just because I'm thrown off by passing Viper, because I'm still really inconsistent with that part, even despite getting 31 to 100 and 36 to 100. So it's like I'm not at all prepared for a potential Sammy attempt.
Fair. Folding my laundry.
Yeah, I need to do some later this week.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, as I was saying, so yeah, Torcaetha is obviously not at all representative of what I could make now.
Oh sure, we should do another one sometime. You suggested that, but what song would you want to do? That's what gets me off the ground. If we've got a good song going, I'll enjoy it.
So my initial thought was Lightmare by Creo, like the first 2 minutes or so of it, because I had envisioned when I had listened to it for the first time, I could imagine the layout perfectly, but the problem was I imagined it in your gameplay style and not mine. Because, like,
really?
Because like at the time I hadn't even. That was like still about a year or so before I even picked up my Ariana Grande hyperfixation. So like Aphrodite wasn't even, the idea for that was still very far off from existing, and like the hardest level I had actually created was probably Sip of Blood.
Fair.
But yeah, I would like to see that.
That could be fun. Well, I think we could explore the Creo catalog even further.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one, but honestly, there's a few others. I was driving home from Easter, and I just had, you know, like basically every song I've ever had in my like songs, like on rotation, or just shuffle.
Yeah.
And I kept getting Creo stuff. I was like, man, there's like not like a level to this. It's like a big deal, and this is like screaming to be developed, in my opinion. I don't know.
Alex apparently forgot he has 78 on Glide. Most miserable level ever, though. No, false.
Glide looks so fun. What are we doing, bro?
It is if you're consistent at the pre-drop, and if you're.
Yeah.
It's fun if you're consistent at the pre-drop, and if you accept that the post-drop is likely to kill you a large amount of times.
Right.
But like, if you can get past that, the drop is so much fun.
It looks like a blast, truly. That level looks so fun.
And then trust me, Sunset Sandstorm is a lot of fun once you get past the first cube.
That makes sense. Save this, so it's just a crone.
Yeah.
Like crone.
Yeah. And like there are a couple times, actually, I think it was only one time, but there was a time where I did 32 to 100 twice in a row.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So like I was really
That's
consistent.
crazy.
I think I had 32 to 100 times like 8.
Is the beginning most of the difficulty then?
It's like 95% of the difficulty.
Oh, okay, so that's a lot. Thanks. Let's see here.
This weird swoop in like at the end of Nazgûl, like in the transition to Nazgûl, from Nazgûl into Viperun, that is just the death of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just, but maybe not the death of me, but it's way more inconsistent than anything else in that part for some reason.
Oh, dude, for me, it's 33%, dude. That's a frame perfect on mobile. I'm convinced.
Oh.
I'm convinced it is. The way it is, like there's only one way your ship ever looks, like when entering and exiting it. If you do it correctly, it has to be a frame perfect. It's awful. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Yeah. But
That's why Naz is so hard.
Yeah. Glide is not fun, bro. It's dying to 6 to 10% simulator. Or I was consistent at 6 to 10% somehow. So.
Sounds like a skill issue to this guy in chat. Is that apparently talking?
Yes.
Mr. 36%.
The last two Alex, I'm so sorry. The last 2 streams have just been us bullying you for like an hour straight.
I'm about to hop on either Silksong or Smash, I think. I'll stay on call though.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah. I probably got about like 15 minutes left or so.
Cool.
Because I have to do other things and also my finger is starting to hurt. But like 36 to 100 and 31 to 100, that's all I was convinced that I would have spent the rest of this stream and all of stream 3 getting 36 or 31 to 100. So like, or you get to the drop, then you die and get really sad because it's not your fault. Okay, you do have a good point there. Some of my deaths, actually it was mostly on Sunset Sandstorm, but like some of my deaths on Glide did feel like they were completely out of my control. So you know what, you win this time. I will give you that at least.
No, you lose.
But yeah, I nearly fluked Glide from 72. Which, if you know anything about how the level is structured, that's really impressive. Unfortunately,
yeah, the end looks really awkward.
Yeah, unfortunately I died to the last UFO gap, so you know that was fun. Luckily, I beat it half an hour later, so.
Okay, that's good. I was about to say that's awful.
Alex, are we seriously going back to the differential equations again?
Is this all he got, bro?
Apparently
Crazy.
so.
Apparently. I hardly know her.
How does that joke even work?
It doesn't.
Yeah,
It's the
it
same
doesn't.
things.
But yeah, that is apparently all he has, the differential equations.
Apparently. Sorry, okay. I'll shut up.
So yeah, Alex knows how to solve differential equations. You have a woman, and I've beaten Digital Descent. Not Cybernetic yet, Jesus.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, each of us has exactly one of those 3 things. Although...
I'm gonna be a bit less of a yapper now because I'm playing Smash.
Although, to be fair, it's not like I haven't tried in the romance department, at least in the past 3 months. Although, you know, considering that it basically turned me into a zombie for the next month.
Why?
Because I was just... Because, like, I imagine things very far in the future, so, like... And I
Oh,
very
yeah.
far in the future, so, like...
I understand what you're saying, though.
I was convinced, I seriously thought that if everything worked out perfectly, I really thought I would end up marrying that person and, like, spending the rest of my life with them. So to have that cut off so suddenly, because I was immediately blocked on, at least Instagram, I don't know, probably TikTok too, even though I don't use that anymore. I was blocked on social media immediately after the fact, so, you know.
Dude, that's such a crazy, like you couldn't have said anything that wild or anything.
No.
Right? Like, why? Why go to those lengths?
It was
I don't know,
apparently
that doesn't
because
make
they had expressed a lack of interest before, which like, you know me well enough to know that I would not do that twice. Like, I would not ask a person
Sure.
out.
No, totally.
So, I'm guessing there was a communication connection that was severed thanks to, you know, the TISM, but won't really know for sure. But whatever.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you live and you learn, and at some point
True.
you just gotta be able to laugh it off.
That's very true.
So, but yeah, believe me, I've tried. Did you had a couple before getting to Caitlyn, right?
I only had one girlfriend ever before that, and it honestly, like, it does count because that is it was defined as that, but we, despite dating for 10 months, basically got nowhere. Because I don't think the biggest way to summarize it, without me going like on an hour-long rant, is I think she never really had feelings for me, and she just was like, thought I was a cool friend and wanted to hang out, and she kind of mistook those feelings. Because she did not, like, she didn't want to do anything. And I'm not talking about, like, crazy stuff. That's not my bar for a relationship at all. It's just like, there's some basic signs, right, you'd expect if somebody, like, likes you.
Yeah. Hang on,
And
I'm gonna read this chat message from Alex and Fall. Girl from HL Geography rejected me to homecoming, made me kind of sad for a bit, but then I played low def and wrote my USC supplementals because I'm a nonchalant true cell who listens to Angry Birds funk.
Wow. And he wonders what went wrong, he asks.
Well, for me,
Hours deep in Angry Birds funk compilation.
Well, for me, I know exactly what went wrong. It's called I have 23 Extreme Demons and treat Jeopardy as though it is church and listen to Ariana Grande almost exclusively now.
Well, there's nothing really wrong with any of those things.
But, like, can you blame me? She's a fantastic artist.
I'm not an Ariana person, but I respect your ability to enjoy whoever you would like.
Yeah.
So that is cool.
And also, like, it's really rare for me to find connection with, like, music artists, and that connection sort of, I'm not gonna say it formed instantaneously, but it formed very quickly, so yeah. But yes, continue.
What was I yapping about? I don't even remember.
Girlfriend before.
Oh, the one other girlfriend I had? Yeah, no, it was just weird. She kind of just broke up with me suddenly. It was like the day after Christmas.
Oh, that is.
That was a rough. Oh, it was very
like,
rough. Like the whole, she didn't like give me any hints or anything at all. And then the Christmas day, I was texting her and I was like, "Hey, what'd you get for Christmas?" And instead of like saying anything or being amiable, she just sends me a picture. Like, oh, that's a little odd. And like the rest of the day, I was like, "You doing okay?" She's like, "Yes." Like really short, not like her. She's not a jerk. She would tell you now, 'cause she's a good person.
Yeah. Just
like that,
right
she went
place.
about it all the wrong way.
Yeah, right
You
place,
know.
wrong time, I think.
I guess so. Yeah, something like that. So, like, there's no, bad blood between us anymore. And
Yeah.
it was, in hindsight, very silly. We didn't work really at all, but I'm just like a pretty loyal person, so I just didn't want to like.
No, I completely.
Me,
understand.
like, even though there was like a lot of like, I had like a lot of gripes and just thought we just didn't really work that well together. I just always wanted to stick it out because I always thought it would get better.
Yeah.
But she didn't owe it to me to get better because she just wasn't who I wanted, and I just wasn't gonna cut it off because I'm not that kind of person. So she made the right call. She really did. So I have no anger towards her at all or anything. We're both quite different people than we were, because that's, everybody's different. Once 2 years have passed, I would say about.
Now, are you
So it
still?
was
Are you
junior year of high
still?
school.
Are you still like friends with her?
No, but that's just she goes to another college. But like we were drum majors together senior year of high school and everything like that. So, but yeah, no, we don't really talk. But it's not on purpose. It's not like that person, you know.
I'm going out of state for college. There's no point in dating right now. I mean, who knows?
True.
You could find someone that's going to the exact same college.
Rare, but true. I mean, kind of that's what me and Caitlin did, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Caitlin and I's 2-year anniversary is in how many days? Oh, it's on the 13th of April, so
Yeah,
that'll be crazy.
I was gonna ask, like, it's been pretty close to 2 years since you guys started dating, right?
Yeah, very close. April 13th will be 2.
Hell yeah.
We're both super broke, so I don't think we have any plans, but it'll be fun. it'll be nice to know, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we're both gonna work over the summer, then we can maybe celebrate it then. However people do that, I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it or not, don't know either.
Well, I'm right there with you, so.
Yeah, and then honestly, like, so there's, like, I've seen every couple under the sun at my high school, it seems. Like,
Right.
There's the people that are still going strong, like, met in freshman year, still going strong to this day, and there's people that start and end the relationship in the same, like, I don't know, calendar week.
Yep. Dude, you know what's crazy?
Hold
So
up,
my
I'm
best
saying.
friend. Okay.
What the hell?
What'd you get?
68!
Who?
I fluked
Devin?
the rest of Vlacc, and I nearly fluked all of Devin.
Dude. 68, that's the second half of Devin.
Yeah, that's like, I died to the stupid thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I know exactly what I can't verbalize where it is, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Dude. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
And like
You're really chugging along. This is not a slog for you.
Yeah, thankfully. I don't even want to imagine what it would be like. Although honestly, I think a lot of it is because I've had people to talk with basically my entire time streaming this level.
Oh, that's nice. Wow. Happy to provide.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure that I'm very entertaining, but I have a lot to say, so there's that.
And sometimes that's a substitute.
You know? Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess it works on some people, you know? Very fortunate.
Yeah. Anyway,
Man,
let's see.
68. Crazy. Oh, yeah, I was saying my best friend growing up, we're still friends. He just goes to a different college. He goes to OU. He's been dating the same girl since fall semester of freshman year of high school. And
Yeah.
he's 21 years old now.
Yeah, that is very impressive.
Yeah, so they're doing long distance right now because she's not at OU, but she's about to be. So it's crazy, dude. So like they're like my other mom and dad at this point. I love them. They're so great. I haven't talked to her in forever just because I don't know. I only really hang out with him when I'm around. But
Yeah.
yeah, they helped me through a lot of tough times actually. The both of them together, they always made a great duo.
Yeah. So I'm probably I'll stay in call for a little bit, but I'm gonna end the stream because realistically, what else is there to do? And also, I've been streaming for.
No,
quite a
that's
while.
totally fair. That's totally fair.
So, yeah, for the people that are in chat right now, hopefully enjoyed me being insane at video games. That was what? So, just to review, every hard part except Nazgub in the same run, every hard part in the same run, and nearly passing every single hard part from 0. Like Devin 68 is like almost all of the difficulty. Like that's insane.
Right.
This is stream 2. So like I'm not gonna let myself get super ahead of myself and think that I could beat this in like 2 days because realistically that's not gonna happen. And like it still is the second hardest. So, but yeah, I'm 68 and 31 to 100. I'm really happy with for stream 2. Like that is amazing.
Yeah, that's goated.
All right, so
You just got really the 2 Sir Punch clicks, and you were probably home free.
yeah, hopefully. I mean, who knows? Heinz and Terron could still screw me over.
Oh yeah, no, those have some tricky stuff for sure.
Yeah, especially the nerfs. So
Yeah, not to jinx anything.
Yeah. So I'll see you the stream viewers later. Probably Thursday or Friday, somewhere around there. I have most of those days off anyway, so yeah. See ya.